Hello, my friends. This reading is intended for those on working on their masculine aspects, masculine energies, however you care to put it, whether divine or not. And we start off with the Shaman Wisdom card, number 17, Crow and Raven. Crow or Raven. I am Crow. I am Raven. While we are two distinct species, we are similar in medicine. I am little understood and revered. I am the messenger, the bridge between two worlds, the dream world and the physical realm. My psychic knowledge soars above the earth plane, calling, sometimes jeering, always breaking the silence. I am a shapeshifter. I bring spirit messages and inner knowledge. Even as I dream the dream, I scavenge the rubbish piles, the things rejected by my two-legged relatives, using what they discarded as useless. I am the messenger and the message, the bridge between two worlds. I screech my arrival as I jump into your day. It is no secret when I come. I clearly let you know exactly where things stand. When I am present, you know that your future is changing before your eyes. This is a time of transformation. You will traverse new spheres of understanding. Expect the unexpected. Open your heart to welcome the great plenty. It is insufficient to desire it alone. As your connection between two realms, I support you in balancing everyday reality with spiritual purpose. Get past the face value of things. They are not always what they seem. I am your wake-up call. Wow. Okay. It also represents the Southwest, masculine, particularly the masculine aspects of water, which would be emotions. And in addition to that message, your wake-up call, my goodness, we have Rabbit. What is Rabbit's message for you? Afraid of everything, overwhelmed, frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it so loudly, in fact, that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words, O rabbit. They shape your destiny. When in balance, sensitive, problem solver, good listener. When out of balance, over-explains, talks fast. To bring into balance, a day of silence. So you have a wake-up call and a call to be silent. That's amazing. All right, I thought since, you're working on the masculine, we would go with the Tarot of the Orishas, which again is not a typical tarot. We're not going to get very many cards, just a couple, I hope, because these cards are big and they won't fit. Also, I find them to be pretty powerful. Well, your first one is out. You may, off the top of my head, I believe this is the Empress, or the equivalent of the Empress in this deck, which means you need to work on the feminine aspects of your personality. So that would be the emotions. You need to be able to feel more than fear or anger. But let's see what else comes out before we go too far. It's the Nine of Fire in reverse. Although I'm not sure this deck takes reversals. And of course, since I was only hoping for 2, I got 3. Let's see. This one is the Seven of Air, Seven of Swords. You are sabotaging yourself, or others are sabotaging you, and you're letting them. So the rabbit is a card of self-sabotage. The Seven of Air, Seven of Swords, is a card of sabotage, lies, betrayal, people you can't trust, toxic people. So you have to be more careful, discerning in who you allow into your life. But let's see what Yemaya and the Nine of Fire have to say. Nine of Fire. More spiritual and mental activities than physical. However, reversed, something spiritual that could not be obtained, loss of time, delay in important matters, unexpected situations provoked by rival and enemies. So here we have possibly rivals, definitely enemies. You are your own worst enemy. And another reference to problems caused by enemies. Okay. Yemaya, where are you hiding, Yemaya? Oh, there it is. Maternity, pregnancy, honorable, affectionate, and protective woman, worthy mandator. Blah, blah, blah. Badly influenced by other cards, which it certainly is, surrounded by enemies. Loss of values and possessions. Possibly valuables, not values. Bankruptcy and shutdown of some enterprise. Miscarriage or loss of a child. Physical disturbance about zones of influence. Irritation from a superior. Divorce, separation. So, you've lost the things that should be comforting you and nurturing you in your life. I suggest you start listening to the crow. You have a wake-up call here, and it looks like you desperately need to wake up to what is really going on around you and the people that you have chosen to allow to be a significant part of your life. Let's see, maybe the Oracle deck will have something more positive to say to you. But it looks like at the base of all of this is fear and talking too much. When you talk too much, you give your enemies ammunition. You might want to keep that in mind. So why are you talking too much? Is it just fear? Buy the book. Okay, that sounds about right. The number is 11, if that has significance to you. Essential meanings: abiding by social rules, conformity, respecting cultural and family customs, universal laws. The universe works within a structure of divine laws and principles that provides a framework for human experience and evolution. The law of abundance, the law of prayer, the law of karma, the law of attraction, the law of thought, the law of compensation, and the law of nature are only a few that are known. These principles create perfect order and operate with a kind of precision beyond human understanding. Even revolution has its place in universal law. Human beings, in turn, have their own laws and customs that vary from culture to culture and family to family. Laws keep social order and govern behavior, reflecting an instinctive understanding that harmony is important. This is a time to learn these laws and conform to them, rather than being the rebel and flouting them. When this card appears, submit to structure and follow the rules, even if they seem to make no sense. Release resistance, for universal laws will correct any disharmony. Open your eyes to those universal laws, and it will be easier to go by the book at this time. So it seems you need to pay attention to the universal laws. I'm going to look at the protection message because you have so many enemies around you. Now is the time for a real change in consciousness as you are incited to revolt. Challenge the structures that are limiting authentic progress. It is not enough to rebel in small ways. This is a call to revolution. Focus on what you really want to achieve, regardless of whether it feels so far outside the box that the established order may reject it. Genius, invention, and transformation are rarely comfortable, and less likely to be accepted by the mainstream. It may be time for you to say no to the way of your group. Take a stand and make real changes. It could be that the structure of your inner world is alerting you to the need for a complete overhaul. Okay, this is in line with what I'm getting from the rest of your reading. This is a time for transformation, so let go of the fear of change. Your intuition will lead you through the darkness. There is no turning back now. Trust that light will happen. Epiphanies will surely lead to miracles. So yes, I think that protection message is the one that applies to you. So you have a wake-up call to revolution, to transformation, to say no to the way of your group, which I think you should definitely be saying no to the way of that group you've got around you now. Take care of yourself.